What is your favorite poem? Ozymandias. Ever since I was a teenager. Bitter. Hard. Reality. Still I rise. Maya Angelou. https://www.poetryfoundation.org/poems/46446/still-I-rise. If by Rudyard Kipling. The cold within. 6 humans trapped by happenstance. In bleak and bitter cold. Each one possessed a stick of wood. Or so the stories told. Their dying fire in need of logs. The first man held his back. For of the faces round the fire, he noticed one was black. The next man looking, cross the way, saw one not of his church, and couldn't bring himself to give the fire his stick of birch. The third one sat in tattered clothes. He gave his coat the hitch. Why should his log be put to use? To warm the idle rich? The rich man just sat back and thought of the wealth he had in store, and how to keep what he had earned from the lazy shiftless poor. The black man's face bespoke revenge, as the fire passed from his sight. For all he saw in his stick of wood was a chance to spite the white. The last man of this forlorn group did naught except for gain. Giving only to those who gave was how he played the game. Their logs held tight in death's still hands was proof of human sin. They didn't die from the cold without. They died from the cold within. James Patrick Kinney. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Howl by Ginsberg. Flanders Field. My name is Cow. And when it's night, or when the moon is shining bright, and all the men have gone to bed, I stay up late. I lick the bread. And #X200B. And #X200B. And #X200B. You. Poem _for your _sprog. The Raven. Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night by Dylan Thomas. First one that came to my mind. The Octopus by Ogden Nash. Tell me, oh octopus, I begs, is those things arms? Or is they legs? I marvel at thee, octopus. If I were thou, I'd call me us. This is just to say, I have eaten the plums that were in the icebox, and which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me, they were delicious, so sweet, and so cold. William Carlos Williams. At Milti Mean Moya. At Mecca Skildi Kaupa. Flee OK Fagra Aura. Fara or Brot me Vikingum. Standa up e Stavni. Styra Dyram Neri. Halda Svortil Havna. Hogva man OK Anan. Hogva man OK Anan. The only one I can recite from memory. They told me Heraclitus. They told me you were dead. They brought me bitter news to hear, and bitter tears to shed. I wept when I remembered how often you and I had tired the sun with talking, and sent it down the sky. And now that thou art lying, my dear old Carian guest, a handful of grey ashes, long, long ago at rest, still are thy pleasant voices, thy nightingales, awake, for death, he taketh all away, but them he cannot take. Hits me every time. Just a beautiful poem about how memories of a friend are not lost after their passing. Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, you owe me. Look what happens with a love like that. It lights the whole sky. Hafiz. Though I hope one of mine. https irregularexperience.blogspot.com/search/labels/poems shows up in this thread somehow. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Because I Could Not Stop for Death by Emily Dickinson. Requiem. Robert Louis Stevenson. Under the wide and starry sky. Dig the grave and let me lie. Glad did I live and gladly die. And I laid me down with a will. This be the verse you grave for me. Here he lies where he longed to be. Home is the sailor, home from sea, and the hunter home from the hill. It stuck with me, and it did inscribed on his tombstone. Yesterday, upon the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I wish he'd go away. When I came home last night at 3, the man was waiting there for me. But when I looked around the hall, I couldn't see him there at all. Go away. Go away. Don't you come back anymore. Go away. Go away. And please don't slam the door. Last night I saw upon the stair a little man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I wish he'd go away. Do Not Stand at My Grave and Weep by Claire Hannah. I know this is about one poem, but I can't choose between two books. The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam and A Shropshire Lad.